Run it back.
Hello, this is Teacher Kabada. Today's lesson is about telephone conversation. Before I am coming to start the lesson, let me revise the previous lesson. Thus, talking about health and one day to speak English just like a native speakers. So, what are some of the important expressions which make someone to be an fluent speaker? We have seen it this part. And what common expressions are important to talk about health and injuries. We discussed this on last lesson. Today's lesson is about telephone conversation. Before I'm coming to start the lesson, as I told you before, this lesson is to intermediate and advanced learners. And don't forget to write or to give some constructive comments. And let's come to start today's lesson. Hello, Mr. Ababa. Yes, please. Are you fine? Yes, I'm fine. Yeah, long time no see. Where have you been? Yeah, I have been on a vacation. So, how is work? It's quite interesting. How life is good. How about you? Just interesting. Can we meet at 4 today? Yes, of course. Goodbye, Mr. Ababa. Goodbye, Mr. Kabada. This is an example of telephone conversation. So let's come to some of the common expression when two persons are in the middle of having a conversation on cell phone or just another way called a cell phone or some ways of communicating in an office's phone. So there is here a receiver or secretary, and there is a dialer or caller. So what expression is on secretary and what expression is on caller or the dialer it mean. So here, excuse me, the secretary just answers the phone. Excuse me, who is this? Or can I ask you who is calling? The secretary answers the phone. Then the dial or the caller, this is Ababa's calling. And this is ABC Trading, which is, if it is PLC or company or an organization or maybe an institution, this is Waldia University. This is Addis Ababa University. So you can say that. So could I speak the manager, please? Wait a minute. Could I speak the manager, please? Yes, please. Speaking. Hello, Mr. Thomas. Hello, Mr. Kabada. How are you? Just fine. How about you? I'm fine. How's the work? It's interesting. How about you? Quite good. I think today we will have a meeting at 4:30 in Ambassador Hill. That's okay. I will come. I will come around 4. We will meet there. By then. This is if I meet the important person or the manager. This is an example of telephone conversation. There is a mediator between the manager and the caller who is called the secretary. The secretary, if the manager, if I do not just directly contact with the manager, so the secretary may say this expression, yes, hold on the line, please, or hang on the line, please, or hang on the line for a moment, please. And then what? She will give to the director or the manager. Hello, may I ask who is calling? This is Kabara's calling. May I speak to the manager? Hold on the line, please. After a while, she contacts to the manager. The manager, secretary, tells to answers to or gives to the manager. This is for you. Yes, please, who is calling? Mr. Kabada. Hi, Mr. Kabada. Hi, Mr. Thomas. How are you? Just fine. How life? That's quite good. I think yesterday I phoned you, but you didn't reply yet. What's wrong with you? I was on a field work, that's why I didn't just give a response to you. Okay, can I help you, please? Yes, I want to just have a discussion with you. If you have time, maybe at 40 or in the afternoon. Yes, I have time. Can you come to my office? Yes, I will come to my office. So I will come at 8 in your office. All right, bye. Goodbye, Mr. Kabada. Goodbye, Mr. Thomas. This is the third step. Hang on the line. After 2 or 3 minutes, I will just contact the director or the manager and I have a telephone conversation with that person. Can I please you hold on 10 minutes? Yes. Do you mind holding while I can check on that? That's also possible. If I directly cannot meet the manager or the winter person, I may stay maybe 5 or 2 minutes. So, and then after a while, I will directly have a conversation with the manager or the winter person. Thus, I give these examples of conversation. Maybe if I dial the wrong number, I'm sorry, you have dialed the wrong number. And I'm sorry, could you repeat that, please? I'm sorry, we have a bad connection. Could you speak a little louder? Maybe my sound is to a little bit less and turn it down so she can say that a little louder. Look at the example here. Hello. Just can I speak the manager, please? Wait a minute. No, just sorry. I'm sorry. You have dialed the wrong number. I'm sorry, please. It doesn't matter. I'll repeat once. Hello. Could I speak the manager, please? May I ask who is calling? Yes. This is Teacher Kabada's. So you have dialed the wrong number. So it doesn't matter. No matter, please. Yeah, no matter, please. If I dialed the wrong number, so this expression is possible, please. This expression is possible. Dialing the wrong number. And the other very important point here, if the winter person is not around, if the winter person is not in his office, in her office, if the winter person is not around his organization or his place or her place, this expression is possible, please. I'm sorry, he isn't in. Could you leave a message, please? Yes, he is not in. Could you leave a message, please? He's out of town. Can I take you a message to him, please? Or may I take a message to him? Could you tell him who is calling? This expression is possible. When the winter person is not around his office or her office or not around there. So this expression is, so the secretary says that, I'm sorry he isn't in. Can I take a message for him, please? Could you leave a message to him, please? Could I tell him to Kabada called? This expression is possible. Then the response of the caller is no thank you. Or no thank you, I will call back later. Or look here, you tell him Kabada called. Yes, if the secretary makes this expression, yes thank you is also possible. Or you tell him Kabada call possible, or no thank you, I will call back later is also possible. Yeah. So let me give you one dialogue. Yes. Hello, just could I speak Mr. Thomas, please? I'm sorry, he isn't in. He is on vacation. Or he is in a field work. Yeah. Could I take a message to him? No, I'll call back later. Thank you. Bye. I repeat another second example. Just this is Kabada's calling. Yeah, I want to just meet. I want to have a conversation with the manager. I'm sorry he is not around in. May I check in his office? Yes, after a while, he isn't in. He is on a field work. Could I take a message to him, please? No, thank you. You tell him Kabada called. This is also possible. Another conversation between the manager and the caller when the manager is not around in his office or is not around there. So these are the possible expressions. And the other possible is if the winter person is not around there, so could I leave a message to him? Yeah. If the caller, it's possible to leave a message to the manager or the winter person. Could I leave a message to him? Or could you tell him Kabada called? Or may you tell him to call me back, please? I'll repeat once. If the winter person is not around in his office, so you tell him Kabada called. Could I leave a message to him, please? Or could you tell him to call me back, please? Yes. Let me give you a conversation here. Excuse me, may I ask you who's calling? This is ABC Trading. Yes, I want the manager. Please. Yeah, let me check it, please. Yeah, the manager is not around here. Could I leave to him the message, please? Yes, you can. Yeah, there will be a meeting on today at 8 in Ambassador Hill. Please, you tell him to come on that place, please. Yes, thank you. I will tell him. Bye, bye. These are also the possible conversation between if the winter person is not around in his office by asking what? Could I leave, or could you tell him Mr. X, Mr. Y called, or could you tell him Ababa called, or call me back or call me later? These expressions are also possible. Totally. This conversation is possible between a secretary and a caller, or a dealer in an office, in an organization. So this expression is different from a cell phone conversation. Cell phone conversation, sometimes the expression that we use, a cell phone conversation, is similar with a secretary conversation. We directly meet the winter person in cell phone. Hello, hello, Mr. Gabriel. Yes, hello. How are you? Just, I'm fine. How about you? I'm fine. Yes, do you have a program at this time? No, I don't have. But why? I want to just have a discussion with you about our exam. That's okay. When shall we meet? At 4 in College Cafe. That's okay, possible. So I will come at around 4. We'll meet here. Goodbye, Gabriel. Goodbye, Mr. Kabada. This is a cell phone conversation, because the difference is here. The winter person is not around here. The winter person directly have a conversation with that person. No leaving a message, no asking excuses. There is a direct conversation with the winter person. So this kind of cell phone conversation is different from a secretary's conversation. On the whole, this conversation is important, and these expressions are possible to have a cell phone conversation. So we practice in English. When we have a conversation in an office, in an office's telephone, or with our cell phone's conversation. This is all about today's lesson, telephone conversation. So, don't forget to subscribe my channel and give some comments. This is for intermediate and advanced learners. Please try to just practice the lessons that I always use through my YouTube channel. I hope you will improve your English in a short time. Goodbye.